We all know the real estate market has been absolutely crazy the past couple of years, but really getting your home ready to be put on the market is the key. When it comes to staging, landscaping, even just little fixer-uppers around your home, it can really make a difference when it comes to that sale price. I'm here with Gdl Metts. You are our GDL real estate expert on the show. This is a beautiful home here in Hurstbourne. It was just listed last week, and you already got a ton of people wanting to look at this home, but there was a major transformation that happened here. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, there was. When I came over to the home originally, there was no shutters. Their front door was totally black. You couldn't even see where the front door was, and there was no landscaping at all. The grass came all the way up to the house. So I immediately got in touch with Smitty Browning. He's the business development manager over at AFIX Landscaping, and got him to come out here, and he did some renditions for me, putting in some landscape beds. As I've said on so many of the shows, it's so important to have good curb appeal. That's the first impression everybody gets of the home. So we went ahead and had them add the shutters and change out the front door, and it's really crazy the transition that it made. The transformation is incredible.
Yeah, and then when it comes to staging the home, because everyone loves seeing the pictures, me especially, when I'm like scrolling on Zillow, I want to envision myself in the space. So why is working with a professional stager just as important?
Well, it's really important because you want your clients to be able to walk in the front door and feel like it's going to be their home and know where everything needs to be placed. So when you walk in this home, they had originally where the kitchen is, there was a wall, and the rooms were, divided off like they were back in the original building of the age of this home. But walls have been taken down, so the space is really opened up. But you couldn't really determine what space belonged where. So I called Lisa with Southern Staging and had her come in and determine, how we were actually going to position the furniture and make certain that the rooms showed up. And then it was really important to me too, because the first floor bedroom that's here is now an ensuite, and originally in the original home that was an office. So when you walked in, it looked like it might have been a smaller bedroom. So it was really important for me to have Lisa stage that bedroom so that you could see that it could easily be utilized as a bedroom with a nice ensuite, and then there's another primary upstairs as well. So it's great for either a multi-generational family, or if they want to have a primary upstairs while their children are little, and then as they get older they can move downstairs to the other primary. So it worked out great. She did a great job staging it for us.
Of course. Well, I want to kind of explore around, so let's go check out the rest of the house. Of course, curb appeal means everything when you're looking at all of those listing photos. And Smitty Browning, you came in and completely transformed the front of this house. B mentioned earlier the grass came all the way up to the house, but you don't want that when you're putting your home up for sale.
For sure, but designers love that. A blank slate is easier to work with, and all we have to do is kind of add to. So nowadays, less is better. Most of the time, both couples are working, so we also get asked a lot for low maintenance. They don't want to go out and kind of have to trim shrubs. And in the old days, it grew up above the windows a lot. So we typically have to take that kind of plant out and put in new.
That is kind of unique that you had that blank canvas to work with. So what did you select for this home specifically?
We put in some taxus that kind of have an upright appeal to them, and then foundational shrubs are as simple as, a flowering color and some larope grass. So there's different ways to pronounce that, but that is low growing, no maintenance, so that's kind of what we selected for this property.
And it's kind of interesting that even when fixtures change in the homes, like all those different trends, also landscaping too. But what are some of those classic plants, trees that people tend to go for when they're landscaping, specifically to list their home on the market?
Taxus are very popular. Boxwoods are always used as a foundational evergreen, and there's cultivars out now in arborvitaes that stay small, so it's just a real good shrub that no maintenance is required. Some are green, some are yellow. People like different color besides green, so they've got cultivars now that have color to them, which is a blessing.
Of course, when you're looking on all of those home websites, you want to envision yourself in the space, and that's where professional staging comes in handy. Lisa Radcliffe, you're the owner of Southern Staging Company. It is so great to catch up with you.
Good to see you.
Because this is like one of the most important things when you're listing your home. So this is actually a blank canvas,
Right.
which is like kind of neat for you. So how
Yes.
did you tackle this project?
So coming into a vacant house, it is a blank canvas, but I can come in and kind of envision where we want to put spaces and furniture, and my goal is to give people an idea of how they can live here. So when they walk in, instead of seeing a cold, empty house, we want them to picture holidays and gatherings and kind of feel that emotional connection to the home to make them want to put that offer in.
Absolutely. And so how can staging really make or break that listing?
Right. So again, when you're looking at those photos, if it is a home that is empty and, in this case, it was one that was flipped and remodeled, sometimes you're swiping through photos and flooring might be the same, paint color might be the same, and it's hard to differentiate one room from the next. So getting furniture in there, giving the space a purpose, it helps people kind of to see how the house flows, and then getting them in here to see it for themselves and have the personal connection when they walk in. It makes it a completely different home.
It does. And walking in, you can feel that sense of warmth. I mean, even putting down rugs, little greenery here and there, and keeping it neutral, I think is also really important as well.
Yes, just making people feel right at home.
Yeah, so if people are interested in maybe getting in touch with you to stage their home. I know so many of our viewers are looking at buying some homes or even putting theirs up on the market.
Right.
How can people get in touch with your services?
They can contact me by phone, email. I've got a website. My email is southernstagingcompany@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us out today. Again, such a beautiful property. So if you're interested in taking a tour for yourself, you can contact Bea and her team. Just go over to mettsregroup.com.